Set a bomb. Bomb set. Bomb set!
Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy NextGenNero back with another review, man. Today we gotta talk about Monster Hunter Wilds, man, and why I think it's one of the best games to drop this year. Right now, it's definitely my front runner for Game of the Year. This is actually my first Monster Hunter game I have ever played, guys. I never played any Monster Hunter game in the past, but I'm a huge Capcom fan, especially with the work they've been doing this generation. They've absolutely been killing it, man, from Resident Evil 4 remake to Resident Evil 8. Dragon's Dogma 2 was probably one of my Game of the Year contenders last year. It was definitely up there, one of the best games I played. I think I ended up giving it to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, but man, Dragon's Dogma 2 was a hell of a game, man. Even the games that I really didn't enjoy, you know, something like Exo Primal, you know, that was them taking a risk, trying something different. I'm not sure how it played out on their end financially. I tried it. I played it with some of the homies. I didn't really too much enjoy it, man. But Monster Hunter Wilds, man, jeez, man, let's just get right into it, yo. First thing I want to touch on is the graphics and gameplay and the overall art design. Now, I seen when this game dropped, a lot of people was calling the game ugly. They said it was just not really a pretty game. And I'm going to be honest, before I bought the game and seeing some of the videos, I was like, it don't really look that good, you know what I'm saying, like visually. But I'm telling you, when you play this game and you see the animations of the monsters up close, you see the graphics and stuff like that up close. I played on the PS5 Pro. I played in the ray tracing mode for a little bit, but I immediately like switched to performance mode. Those 80-70 frames unlocked was just way more worth it to me personally than a few reflections on the lake, especially in this style of a game. With intense combat, and you need that input latency to be small as ever, so having those higher frames definitely help. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the game looked quote-unquote bad. I just think people have expectations from the RE engine sometimes when you look at things like the Resident Evil series or even the Devil May Cry series. But then you turn around and you look at some of their open world games like Dragon's Dogma 2 and even this right here, like you can tell the engine is being pushed to the limits. But I would argue even in those games, it's so much going on in those games, more than 90% of the games out here, even the games that look really, really good. I think Horizon Forbidden West is one of the best looking games this generation, but I don't feel like the boss fights or the fights with the robots in that game has nearly half of the complexity of what's going on with the monsters in this game, man. So I really enjoyed it, man. I thought the gameplay was absolutely crisp, man. The only way I can describe this is like, if you play the game something like Elden Ring or Armored Core, where you're fighting these huge boss battles and it feels like really cinematic and really intense, that's exactly how Monster Hunter Wilds felt for me, especially as a newcomer. The adrenaline from fighting these monsters that I never fought before, new and returning to the series, being able to pop a flare. I really love the community aspect of this game, right? I think that's a very, very dope aspect. I love filtering SOS quests. You know, if I'm farming a piece of hunter gear, or if I want to get a specific outfit from a specific monster or a specific weapon, I can just go to the SOS section. After talking to Alma, I can search and filter what specific monster I'm looking for, and then I'm gonna have, you know, globally 5, 6, 10, depending on the monster's SOS flares just sitting there at any given time, because this community is huge. The gameplay is really good, as you've seen in the background, man. I used a plethora of weapons. I used the insect glaive is now my main weapon, but I started with the, you know, basic sword and shield, you know, new to the series, trying to try something slight. I ended up going to the charged blade, which I absolutely love. Then I went to the dual blades, which is awesome as well. And this game at first can be kind of overwhelming, especially for a newcomer like me, because it's a lot of underlying like mechanics you have to learn. You know, it took me a while to fully understand the rarity, fully understand the loop of grinding and hunting these monsters to get certain things. It took me a while to really learn the affinities on the weapons, whether it's paralysis or thunder. So once you get over that learning curve, man, I think it's really, really dope. And second thing I want to touch on is the music and sound design, because between the way the monsters look when you're fighting them, you know, being in sync with your teammates, whether it's homies or just random people that join the quest, and the sound that these monsters make is absolutely amazing. And when you get the music going with the monsters and just everything is in sync, you can really feel like you're in a trance. So I just wanted to touch on that very briefly. I really think the music and sound design as a whole was good, man. Capcom absolutely nailed it, in my opinion, with the graphics, gameplay, art design, music, and sound design. And just the last thing I want to say on graphics is people have to understand that graphics is more than just looking realistic. You know, we got our games like GTA and Red Dead Redemption, which is A-okay, but different type of art styles is also unique. You know, Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games to bring up because that game isn't necessarily realistic, but as far as the art design and the art style that game uses, absolutely amazing. And I think the art style and art design that Capcom is using in this game is really good as well. Could it have used a little bit more optimization on weaker consoles and just all around the board? I definitely think so. I would not excuse that, but I can only speak on what I played, and on the PS5 Pro, it's definitely been a smooth, great experience. No crashes in my 40 plus hours, no none of that. And like I said, the combat is absolutely amazing, man. I had my homie playing on the X. He said every now and again during specific, like really like intense fights, sometimes the Series X may drop a couple frames here and there, but as long as you got a VRR capable display, they're never prolonged, I would assume. And guys, the last thing I kind of really want to touch on is the story, man. That's it. That was the story section, man. I'm gonna be honest, guys. The story is the least intriguing thing about this game, right? I tried to really like pay attention to the story and lock into the story. When the game dropped, I seen a lot of people just saying they skipping it, getting to the end game. And I'm like, well, I spent $70 for this game. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the most out of it, try to immerse myself and see if it can grip me. And safe to say, I didn't really give a damn, man. I watched almost every cutscene up until like the end, high end, the high rank section of the story and stuff like that. I think 80% of the characters is likable. You know, I like Alma. I like the Smith weapon lady. I love all of them. They're really dope. But Nata, shut the fuck up, bro. God damn, Ninja. You know what I'm saying? Like, he talking like, I don't got beef with little kids in games. It might seem like that sometimes around here. Like, I didn't like God of War 2018. You know, I just don't like when kids be talking back and not listening to video games. I hate it in real life. I didn't get away with that as a kid. I would get plucked in my mouth anytime I questioned anything. Shout out Granny. Shout out to, you know, take a village to raise a kid, right? But Nata is probably the most annoying protagonist I've ever played in a Capcom game, man. He's a little annoying ass kid, man. He just fucking talks. Everything he do, he seems like he's whining. He's on the verge of crying. So from that perspective, I see why a lot of people would skip this game. But besides that, man, I thought it was serviceable, man. I think the story did a great job of just getting newcomers like me through the game. As far as like, it just felt like a long drawn out tutorial. Taught me everything I needed to know and really prepared me well for the end game. And like I said, the loop is absolutely amazing. Being able to read the monsters' bios and learn like what they're weak to and really prepare for some of these hunts got me extremely interested. If you know Capcom, they tend to support their games really well, except for Dragon's Dogma 2. Like, Capcom, please give us some DLC or expansion, anything. I am begging you. Take my monies. But outside of that, Capcom pretty much got a good roadmap for this game, man. They recently had a update where they added new monsters and stuff like that. They added a higher tier and higher rarity of these monsters coming real soon. I think they call them tempered or something like that. The homie was telling me, man. So Capcom absolutely killing it, man. So far, this has got to be my game of the year just for overall value. I love Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm enjoying Split Fiction, not Splitgate. But it's a lot of great games I've been playing so far this year, man. But as far as dollar for dollar value and what I'm getting on screen, what I'm getting with these fights, what I'm getting with the grind, and just feeling like I'm getting my money's worth, I absolutely love that, man. And that's one of the things I loved about Helldivers as well. It's just the sense of community, man. I absolutely love a game that has a good sense of community. That's what I used to love about the Halo franchise before it just became dormant like it is now. And that's what I used to love about the Apex community as well. But guys, it's been your boy NextGenNero, man. Please make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. And let me know below, are you enjoying Monster Hunter Wilds? Are you not enjoying it? Do you plan on skipping it? Did you enjoy prior Monster Hunters in the past? Would you like to team up with your boy NextGenNero? It's Jxymarley on PlayStation, PSN, and NextGenNero Xbox. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment. I'll catch you guys in the next one.